How about a nice warm welcome for Mitch Henck.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. I love going to the teachers' conference because, you know, as a single dad, I can say things at the teachers' conference that married dads can't say. And I'm talking to my son's, 14-year-old son's teacher, you know, the science class, how's he doing? Fine. Then I go, excuse me, my son is right, you are hot. Hey everybody, my pants are falling down right out of the chute, how about that? You know, and you see these guys that are 60 years old at the golf course flirting with the cart girls, with the drink cart. They're like 58, 60, the girls are 19, you know. So, did you go out last night? Did you go out last night? Yes, I did go out last night. Yeah, late night? Yeah, I left your grandson's apartment at 10 o'clock this morning. Yeah. It got to the point where we had to do, I swear I'm doing a limbo here. Would you fix this for me, ma'am? I'm telling you. I'm just going to do it right now. Okay. Sorry, ma'am. This is not a bachelorette party, for God's sake. I thought she thought this was something else. And then, of course, the other day, I'm with my 51-year-old golfing buddy. I'm 45. We're at the stop sign going to the golf course, and this convertible comes up with 4 beautiful co-eds, you know, age 19 to 22. And they're just stopped next to us at the stop sign. Of course, we're guys. Hey, how's it going? One of them turns around and says, it'll never happen. So we're shocked. I put my arm around my buddy and goes, we don't want you. He looks at me and says, really? I go, no, it's a joke. Now, what you people at home didn't realize when we're doing the news, because everybody that does the news is like a talking head, trying to sound so pleasant and smile. We have this little earpiece, kind of molded in wax, shaped to our ear, called an IFB. It goes behind our head and goes into this big cord, which goes into a big box. So the people in the back in the control room can yell at us and use 4-letter words, and we have to sound really pleasant while they're screaming at us. Well, there was a period where Viagra became a big story, big news story, and then it became Cialis and all this kind of stuff. And I was doing a story like that, and I had my earpiece in, and a woman in the back said, Mitch, and I got confused. She goes, Mitch, can you do it in 9 seconds? Well, yeah, I'm a guy. I mean, I suppose we could fool around during the commercial. I don't know. Well, I remember during the Clinton scandals, my son was 6. And they'd say on the radio, don't talk to your children about this. It may confuse them. So my son hears that at 6. Daddy, what did President Clinton do wrong? Just something wrong. Yeah, well, what? I thought, what if I told him? What if I described it? Daddy, what's that like? Pretty damn good, son. I'll tell you right now. Is it ever bad? Ask your mother. But now it's gotten weird because they get embarrassed easily. You know, I take them to school. Daddy, don't be weird. I don't know how to be any other way. So I drop them off at school, their friends are there, I roll in the window, bye kids, I love you. Make good choices. Don't kiss anybody. And my son just goes, officer, that fat guy over there's got cocaine in his car, right there. I worked in TV news for like 8 years here. NBC 15, used to work with a guy named Elmer Childress. Remember, he was an old weather guy, he was great, he was like from Mayberry, you know, he'd have his kids out, his grandkids. Then the weather wars started. The consultants came in and said, it's all about the weather, people want more weather. So we got the Storm Team Weather Lab with Storm Team Live Doppler. Then there was Doppler 3000. Then there was Super Doppler. Another station's gonna have Super Duper Doppler. You know, and it didn't matter what was going on in the news. We had to go to the weather in the first minute. We call it first weather. Then they extended the normal weather from 3 minutes to 4 minutes. Then we had to go weather at the end called final check on weather. So the news story could be, Governor Doyle's been taken hostage by a radical band of Iraqi Shiite terrorists. He's held at gunpoint on the Capitol steps. We're going to go there for a live report. But first, let's go to the Storm Team Weather Lab. And Chief Meteorologist David George with Storm Team Live Doppler. Well, Mitch, temperature's dipping into the high 30s tonight, so if the governor's going to be held hostage outside, this is not the night for it. I'll tell you right now. But what would happen, on the news, you'd get confused. And one time, I had the thing in my ear, and I'm talking to the other anchor. We're talking about last night's party or something. And the reporter is out at the scene at the Janesville plant before a big strike authorization vote. And I'm confused. I'm talking to her. And you have a question to ask on the teleprompter, giant-sized letters, 6th grade letter. You're not supposed to screw it up. But I got confused, and he said, Mitch, back to you. And I was just lost. I drew a blank. So I go, oh, yes, Mike. Mike, what's the mood tonight of the Lesbian Avengers group at the passing out of the anti-gay pamphlets at the fire station? Mitch, I'm at the GM plant in Janesville. And so here's this big episode of ER, and we cut into the newsroom at 9:30, and we do a live update. Coming up tonight after ER on NBC 15 News, we rattle off the stories. Well, this particular day, we had done a story on deadbeat parents and one on sexual predators, and I got the two stories confused. And we came out live during ER in a huge moment, premiere episode, everybody watching. Light comes on, they come to me in the newsroom, and I go, good evening, I'm Mitch Henck, coming up tonight on NBC 15 News. After ER, Governor Thompson gets tough on dads who don't pay sexual predators. Now, it took me a while to realize what I said, and then the guy on the camera just fainted. He just fainted. He just fell out of the floor. Just like this woman's going to do when my pants fall off. So I'm trying to collect myself, and I've got my sweat just breaking out. I'm live into the camera. I just said that. So I said, so, if a sexual predator comes into your neighborhood, by God, pay the man. News coming up. I got called by a producer from the Bowflex commercial. Have you seen the ad? Change your body in 6 months. You've seen the guy with the weights with the orange shorts, you know? Mitch, we went to tape a commercial for us. I was flattered. But the producer said, but Mitch, we're going to sit on the couch with a remote eating chocolates. And the announcer will say, tired of looking like that?